Warning, this podcast contains spoilers. What's up, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for American Horror Story Freak Show, Season 4, Episode 7, Test of Strength. I'm your host, Dom. With me is my co-host, Mike, who is swaying side to side in rhythm with my other co-host, Omikins.
Hi.
Rock on.
Yeah.
What's going on? You rocking out to Jimmy's cover of Nirvana?
Fuck no.
That was actually pretty good.
No,
it wasn't.
It was horrible.
It was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Fucking Michael.
I know, it was pretty terrible.
It was the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. And I've heard some pretty terrible things in my life.
I'm just going to point...
Two can play at this troll game, Mr. Michael.
I've heard worse singing and musical numbers than that in my life, so...
Like the whole entire series of Glee? Just kind of like...
I don't know, the cover...
I'm good.
Right, the cover itself wasn't horrible, but in terms of the show, it was like completely random and out of place and felt extremely forced.
I don't know why.
They've never established Jimmy as a singer before.
No, they haven't. And he had just gotten back from retrieving Bet and Dot. So, right. I mean, why was he even thinking of putting on a show? Shouldn't there have been like more talk with Bet and Dot and seeing really what's going on instead of...
Teenage angst and rebellion, even though he's like 24?
Yes.
That's exactly what it was. That's really pathetic. 24, seriously? I don't care if you're whatever. I mean, seriously.
I don't care if you're whatever.
Seriously.
Whatever.
Seriously.
Serious business.
So, yeah, but so like you said, the episode started off with Jimmy going to find Bet and Dot, and he confronted Dandy, and they brought him to Dandy and Gloria's house, and where he went, through their house, and they brought him right to Bet and Dot, and they're like, they can leave whenever they want. And Jimmy was just like, he's having flashbacks now of Dandy, like, playing Psycho Clown.
Well, that's because Bet was like, well, Dandy said this, and he was there, and he actually saved the kids, and then Jimmy's like, wait a second. Mm-hmm. I recognize the voice.
Then all of a sudden, he's just like, we gotta go. You gotta come with me. We gotta go now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, was it Dot or Bet? I still can't tell the two apart.
Dot is the grumpy one.
Dot was like, you read my diary, bitch? I'm out. And Bet's like, I have to choose my sister, because, she's
Even though
like
my
right
sister's
there.
trying to get the surgery to kill me, but I have to follow her.
She has no freaking choice.
So if she's like, yeah, let's go get the surgery, her sister's like, okay, let's get the surgery, because I have to follow my sister and do what my sister wants to do. No. I don't know. I think she realized something was wrong.
Well, I mean, I think Dot also decided to get Jet out because Danny was like, yeah, I know about the surgery, and it's never going to happen. I'm not going to let it happen. So Dot was like, or Bet was, yeah, Dot. She's like, I'm out. You read my diary. You told me no. Bitch, you suck. I'm gone.
I want it done.
Yeah. Yeah, so they left. They go back, and why did the girls stick up for Elsa?
It's more Dot.
Blackmail, I guess, is...
Yeah, it was just a form of getting under Elsa's fingernails and grinding a little bit and making her realize that she doesn't run this show right now and never really did.
Right, and not only is that, but she's getting duped herself through Stanley, and she doesn't even realize that she's not actually going to Hollywood.
Well.
Yeah.
So Elsa's getting duped on both ends.
Whatever. She's easily duped.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, like, she let Maggie into the fucking freak train, so she's not a real psychic. She's just an observant person.
Yeah. I mean, but Maggie pulled that off pretty flawlessly, too.
Well, I guess.
As flawlessly as she could have, yeah.
Yeah. But then, I mean, Elsa's not the only one that's been blackmailed. Right? We have Del.
Del.
Del was blackmailed this entire episode by Stanley. The strongman competition, the test of strength competition, which this episode obviously is named after, was hysterical. Seeing Stanley trying to hit that bell, like that thing wasn't even going halfway up there. Del does it like nothing. He does it. He could probably do it with one arm.
He does. Yeah, he just picks up the hammer and bam, gone, done.
Yeah, Stanley decided to threaten Del after seeing him in the gay bar.
Yeah, you're going to threaten probably the strongest man you know. That's a smart move. But as he said it, I have witnesses.
Yeah, he did it with witnesses. Then he brings him into a enclosed area, and then he pulls a gun on him. So he's showing him, no matter what you do, you're fucked. You know, Stanley's got one over on Del this whole time. So he pretty much blackmails him, tells him, go kill a freak, get it to me, make it seem like an accident. He first goes after the Amazon woman. What the hell was he thinking?
Not that she knows Kung Fu.
He was thinking, oh, bigger the prize, bigger the money. Maybe he'll get off my back faster if I give him the big shots first.
He got his ass kicked.
Yeah. She like kung fu'd his ass off and then handed it back to him and then kicked it some more.
But then Ethel was like, Jimmy goes, you know, what are we going to tell the cops? Ethel's like, what do you mean tell the cops? Why are they not reporting this?
Because what are the cops going to do? A freak killed another freak. They're not going to care.
The thing is, Del is the least freakish looking freak.
Well, no, not killed. Yeah, the man is...
Yeah. He's the least freakish looking freak. The cops would take his side, and the girls would get nowhere. And then Del would be sitting there flaunting his dick in front of all their faces.
I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that either.
Either do I. It's pretty flaccid, I heard last. So.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flaccid dicks. We went there.
Been there.
So after not being able to take out the strongest person other than himself there, which actually she may be the strongest person at the freak show now.
Definitely.
Who's the strong man now?
I'm actually worried.
He goes
now.
after the weakest one.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried now that Ma Petite is gone, that Miss Amazon lady is gonna flip shit because they were like the best friends.
Yeah.
The bestest friends.
I mean, rest in peace, Ma Petite. The dress was so cute, the little princess dress. It was adorable.
She looked like a little Jasmine.
But I mean, with her out of her other dress, the only thing we've ever seen her in prior to that, that's could very well look like an accident. Who knows? He could put that dress somewhere and make, like, what was it Esmeralda was saying? You know, oh, we could just drag it over to the swamp and make it seem like a gator, or rip, tear it apart or whatever.
I don't think
like an animal got it.
I don't think anyone at the camp would believe that.
If it was shredded and they found it in the swamp, they might.
Well, I mean, so something would have to come in and get her because she's not going to leave the camp. She knows she's intelligent. She knows better to go off on her own. She's a little girl.
Yeah, I definitely think that the Amazon woman is going to be the first person that's suspicious of Del.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So that's gonna cause quite a stir right there. But before he actually kills off Ma Petite, he goes after Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy wants to talk to him. Ethel says, if you don't talk to him and get him out of here, we're gonna kill him. So Jimmy does not want to see his mother kill someone. He doesn't want this blood on any more blood on the freak's hands than they already have.
He doesn't want to see his mother kill his father.
Well, he doesn't know that yet, and it's not until, well, I guess he does. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they go to the bar, they accidentally have this bonding moment over alcohol, and clearly Del wanted to get Jimmy drunk so it would be easier to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? That was his intentions, but the accidental bonding that they had, and the reveal, like Jimmy's like, look, I know who your parents were. Like the freak world is kind of small, so your parents had lobster claws. Why don't you? You pass that gene on to me.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, say it, and finally Del admits it, and they have this amazing like little bonding moment after that.
And this was my, prayer for the episode. I'm like, Del, you're still a piece of shit going after Amazon lady for money. And I'm like, wow, you're a bigger piece of shit. You're going to sell your own son's corpse to a museum, to this guy or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's just like bonding moment. I'm like, wow, Del, you're a redeemed character. You're redeeming yourself. There might be a redemption story in this. And then
Boom.
Crashes right back down.
And then
Ma petite.
Down goes the brick. But yeah, Ma petite, that crushing hug. Oh my god.
Stop mentioning it, please.
He like smothered her.
You know what, Mike? That's how I feel when you hug me. So you know what? You should probably lay off.
He crushed her brittle little bones until she couldn't breathe anymore. She was squeaking like an animal.
Yeah. It was really hard to watch. It was. Unfortunately. I mean, you don't think you were watching the show and something's going to get you that hard, but it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
did.
I don't know if it was on one of the podcasts, so I don't know if I have verbal documentation of this, but didn't I predict Ma Petite at one point?
Yeah, you did. When you actually predicted that Ma Petite was going to go with Mordrake. And then that didn't happen. And then you said she's still going to be one of the first ones to go.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know she was going to go like that, though, because in the beginning of, at the end of the first season, it gave, first episode, it gave like a quick, like tidbit things going into the future, like what the season was going to be about. And it showed Ma Petite being drowned.
That was probably the scene with Maggie when she was like flash forwarding what she was going to do to Ma Petite in the canister.
Oh, maybe that was it.
Right, now we have those, don't forget about those flash forward premonitions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So far, we've seen, what's his name? Seal Boy?
Yeah.
David?
Paul.
We saw him as one of them. We saw Ma Petite as one of them, and we saw Bet and Dot as one of them. So far, one of the three has come true.
Mm-hmm.
They all kind of had like their tough times in order that we've seen them.
Right.
But not all of them have ended up in the Curiosity Museum.
Right, so do you think these flash forward premonition type things are actually going to come true?
It's possible.
I think they're foreshadowing like tiny bits of trouble for them, not that they're gonna die or anything. But yeah.
I mean, if that's true, Ma Petite being the first to go, out of the next one, it's either got to be Paul or Bet and Dot. So out of those two, I think Paul seems like the more likely candidate to go.
Yeah, Bet and Dot seems like they're going to save those two for later. Like the end of the season, if anything.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might wind up surviving.
Yep. And Paul definitely looks like he's improving right now.
Mm-hmm.
He does. He looks like he's getting better.
Yeah. His girlfriend Penny's been taking care of him, and she stops home to get some of her things, and her father basically hired someone to freakify her.
Yeah.
The South in the 50s was a fucked up place.
The thing is, she got her, like, you know how Paul's like, I'm not getting my face tattooed because I have a handsome face, and then Penny's dad goes around and gets her face and head done, like, so that they're a perfect match.
Yeah.
It's cruel, but entertaining.
I mean, he shaved part of her head, right? She's got this huge, like, forehead missing chunk thing going. Her entire face was tattooed with, like, reptile scales, and she has her tongue forked.
Forked tongue.
She's basically reptile girl.
Yeah, it's just fun.
So she literally has turned into it. She ran away with the freaks. She's now a freak. Her father made sure that, I don't know how this is going to look on him. Right? She said she's going to tell everybody that she possibly can about her father before all this happened. Then he goes and does this. So do you think people are going to be less likely to believe her now that she's a freak?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he already told her beforehand that he's like, I have a reputation. Whether you say things or not, where you're at is what's going to happen. It's going to, like, lean on what people think about you, not me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that has people behind me, whereas you're just useless. Doesn't matter if you disappear or not. You can. Go ahead. Leave. I don't care.
Yeah.
I have people.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting the way that pans out. And she goes back to the freak show. She shows Paul, and Paul's just, like, in shock. He's like, I can't, like... I think he blames himself.
Of course he does.
You know?
He's that kind of person. I mean, he let Elsa walk all over him, and he took blame for a lot of things because of Elsa. And obviously, this is somebody he loves, someone who loves him back. Of course he's going to feel like that tenfold about her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then also, on terms of, like, the love angle, we have Esmeralda, who's trying to get Jimmy to leave. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's just, he won't go. Like, he's like, I just don't feel comfortable going now. And she's like, so we're never leaving. And Jimmy just has this look on his face like, she's got a point.
Yeah, well, I mean, Esmeralda also Maggie has to understand that these people are Jimmy's family.
Right.
They are his family.
And literally Ethel and now Dell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're legit his family.
Yeah.
They're legit his family, and, like, everyone else has a special place in his heart. He would kill for them, which he has obviously shown us.
He's already killed for them, yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, he's not going to leave because of the fact that he loves them all so much. He loves them more than he thinks he loves Esmeralda. As soon as he finds out that she's behind a lot of this shit and she's not who she says she is, he's going to flip shit.
As soon as he finds out she's working with Stanley.
Yeah.
Right? It's not even that she was lying about being a psychic or anything like that. It's when he finds out, especially after now what happened with Ma Petite, when he finds out she's working with Stanley. And now, what happens when he finds out what Dell did?
To be honest, I think Dell's gonna get offed before Jimmy finds out. Or so? Right at the moment, Dell's like, I'm sorry this happened, and then he'll find out right at that moment.
I don't know. I see another battle coming between the two of them.
Probably. More than likely, actually. I don't know if it's going to be a full-on battle, but...
I think it's going to be a battle.
I see the battle elsewhere. I don't see Dell and Jimmy having any outs or anything. It's just going to happen. Jimmy's going to find out, and Dell's going to be on his way out or gone by that time.
Could be.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, next episode is called Bloodbath, so I don't think next episode is going to be pretty.
No.
Probably not.
No.
But so we go on a hiatus. There's no episode next week. It returns December 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we don't have an official synopsis. So just based off the preview that we saw at the end of this episode, we see Penny goes back home. Her father asks how she gets past the lock, and she responds something along the lines of, like, locks mean nothing to us, something along those lines. I don't remember the exact words she said. Then we see Dora's daughter come looking for her mother.
Okay.
She goes to
Queenie.
Queenie. From last season. We see Gloria, which is Dandy's mother, ends up holding looks like a golden gun right out of James Bond to the back of, I don't know the daughter's name, but to the back of her head when she's not paying attention. So this next episode definitely looks interesting, and it looks like Gloria may now get some blood on her hands, and not only Dandy.
I have a feeling Gloria's gonna be pointing that gun and she's gonna be like shaking, and Danny's just gonna come off through the side and go whoop, and he's just gonna be like, "Hi, Mom, what's up? Did I do good? Love me yet?"
Oh God, what is this now? The family that kills together stays together.
Of course.
I miss Dora. Yeah, well, you should have thought about that. Hindsight is 2020. Carrying on from last week. Oh my god. That was probably my favorite line this entire season so far. Mm-hmm. It was ridiculous. So what does this bring us into the total of songs? Is this number 4?
I mean, they had like a little tidbit.
We didn't have one last week, we didn't have one the week before, and we didn't have one the week before that. So 4, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right, so we're at 4th song now.
I mean, we had a snippet of a new song last episode.
Yeah.
But we didn't have a full song, so I don't think we could really...
we can't make the album.
Yeah, we can't make the album yet.
We're not gonna hit a full album unless we get a song that's like 12 minutes long.
We may get like a 7-8 track EP or something we could put out.
Who knows? Maybe they'll cover like Master of Puppets or something that's, equally of that massive length. Can you imagine Jimmy covering Master of Puppets now?
Nope.
No.
Me neither, and I don't want to.
I want to see Del sing something.
No. Stop it.
How about Ma Petite from Beyond the Grave?
I'd love to hear her sing something.
Mm-hmm.
Paul?
Something from Men at Work or another Australian band?
No,
Who else could sing? Penny?
Probably.
You know what? Every one of them could sing, something. It's not like...
I want to see Salty and Pepper sing a duet.
Pink and Fun.
God damn it.
No. Salty and Pepper can sing anything you can do, I can do better.
That's my reaction. Just, oh my god.
You guys have anything else you want to cover before we end this?
Not any songs. I do not want to cover any songs. Let's just get the hell out of here.
If you had to pick a song for this time period, for this show, what would be a good song for you?
I would totally bring back Timber. Or like, I'm bringing Sexy back or something. Just so that they can be like... completely like... terrified and corrupted, so
Let's just bring back the Backstreet Boys or something.
They tried that and it didn't fucking work.
Bye.
That's NSYNC.
He knows.
Kidding. Yeah. So on that note, we are ending the show.
This has been the weirdest night.
Yeah. So Mike, where can the people find you?
On Twitter at that place, Philodrin. There.
Omi, where can the people find you?
Right here.
Nope. Yep. There.
And Lady Venom 24.
Lady Venom 24. LADY.
Find me down below at Phenomadom. PHENOME. PHENOMEDOM. You could also find us on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows. And until next week.
I'm not yelling timber.